For more than 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter in our community. From our studios in St. Clair, you're watching Focus with Paul Dingeman.
Welcome back to the Focus Set. We have got some very interesting topics for you today. We're going to start with the Great Start Collaborative. I always have fun with that word.
I know.
Jen Gunderson, get me out of trouble.
Hi,
nice to see you. Welcome back to the set.
Thanks for having us.
And Veronica Demick, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome to the Focus Set. Great Start Collaborative.
Collaborative, yep.
Is a big word, a big sentence, a big phrase.
It is.
But it does great big things. What is it?
It does. Well, we are a hub in St. Clair County for early childhood. So the Great Start Collaborative is all over Michigan. Every county in Michigan has a collaborative, and we are St. Clair County's, part of St. Clair County's collaborative, and we are part of the Great Start Parent Coalition, which is underneath the collaborative, and we work with families of young children in the county.
We're familiar with things like the 4-H, and they come out of the MSU extension. Does your collaborative come out of an organization like that in Lansing? Or
We
what?
are. We are out of Michigan Department of Education.
Oh, okay.
In the Office of Great Start.
And what exactly, at what age do you start talking about children or working with children?
The majority of the children that we gear our services towards is 0 to 8.
Oh, 0 to 8.
0
okay.
to 8. So those children from birth to their 3rd grade year is what we usually work with.
And what do you do for them?
Well, we have a lot of different things that the collaborative does in general. We, and at RISA, part of our early childhood department, we have home visiting services, we have early learning groups where we invite families in to join and have that social interaction with other kiddos and other families. We run a parent group, which is what Veronica and I are part of, that helps keep kids healthy and safe in St. Clair County. We have the collaborative, which works with businesses, agencies, faith-based organizations to streamline services so that St. Clair County is doing the best job with early childhood that we can.
So you work with people. How big is your group? How big is your office?
We have our early childhood department has GSRP specialists in our office.
What's a GSRP?
It's our Great Start Readiness Program.
Okay.
It's our free Michigan preschool program for Michigan children who are 4 years old. So we have early childhood specialists that work with teachers and the families of each of the kiddos in that classroom. We do Imagination Library, and that's something that we run out of our program, which is the free book program in St. Clair County.
Great program from Dolly Parton.
Absolutely, yeah, it's a good one. We have the collaborative folks, we have our home visiting folks.
Well, you got a big staff, big group.
Yeah, there's quite a few. There's about 15 of us in our section, all working on early childhood good things in the county.
You're here today to talk about Family Friendly Business Award. What is that?
Well, our Parent Coalition, which is the parent group that we run, has developed a award that we give out to businesses or agencies in St. Clair County to kind of give them the recognition that we think they deserve for offering great things for families with young children.
Okay.
So anything from a corner in their office where children can sit down and read or play while families are, having services or dealing with the business that they are in. We have we recognize businesses for maybe having family-friendly menus, children's menus, lots of good things.
Is this a statewide thing too?
It isn't. No, it's just part of our parent coalition here in St. Clair County.
Yeah, I've been to a dentist recently, and he had a little corner where he had drawing tables and boards and stuff, puzzles for the kids to play with.
Yeah, it's hard to keep kiddos
Great
busy.
idea.
Yeah, so you could be one of the people that nominates that dental office for this award.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see the award here.
Yeah.
We'll hold this up to Mr. Fountain. Oh, that's a heavy award.
It is. It's
And David Fountain is going to give us a tight shot of this. Well, tell how many of these have you given away, or what's the story?
So
what's the history?
Actually, that is our traveling trophy, and it goes to each business that we award the award to, and they get it for half a year. And then when we nominate and reward someone else with the award, then they get it at their business for another 6 months.
Wow, that's cute. That's
Yeah,
great.
so he travels.
You brought along a form here, which I can fill out. You said if I want to report that dentist that's doing good things, I could fill out this form and send it in to where?
To St. Clair County, RISA,
Okay.
499 Range Road, and that's in Marysville, and the zip is 48040. And if it's easier for you to do it online, we also have a version online that families can just get to our greatstartstclair.org website and go to that family-friendly business section on the left, and they can fill out the nomination form right there.
I think we've got the web page up there. It is right there. So that's the Family Friendly Business Award award page on the RISA website.
Correct.
And you have to go over to the left side of the RISA web page and go down, and you'll find it.
Yeah.
Good deal. How did you get involved, Veronica?
I started bringing my 2 girls to the early learning play groups that Miss Jen runs, and she told me about the Parent Coalition. So about 6 years ago I joined, and it's just very exciting. It's just a group of parents who want the best for kids in St. Clair County, and our goal is to encourage support for all of the early childhood programming so that people have more of an awareness of what can be done for kids, and just making St. Clair County a better place. And I've been stuck there ever since. I can't get enough of it. Yeah.
She's a great asset to our program.
So tell me what happens as a parent when you come in. Maybe not you particularly, but maybe a young parent is sort of confused on how to raise a child. Does this group help?
Oh yes. There's a hub phone number that you can call, obviously, for all of the services in St. Clair County. But if you're just coming into this Great Start Collaborative and saying, hey, I don't have any resources, I don't have any mom friends, I don't have any ideas of what to do with my kid right now. Yeah. The first step was what I started with, which was the early learning play group, and it's Marysville's is Thursday at 10. And I just came and I got to talk to other moms and dads, and my kid got to play, and I left feeling like I could do it for one more week. I could do this thing. And
well, it's very stressful to be a young parent.
Yeah.
And we don't realize it when we're older and our kids are maybe gone, that, there was a lot of trials and tribulations when it first started out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back. You brought also some pictures of people who...
I did,
Let's talk about those.
So most recently, we have awarded Kate's Downtown in Port Huron, our Family Friendly Business Award.
That's the one back here.
That's the one here, yeah. So she got a framed certificate like that she's able to now hang in her business, and she gets our traveling trophy for 6 months until the next time we award somebody. So she's one of our winners. We've also had...
some of our past winners, the Raven Cafe in Port Huron.
I think we got that picture too.
Oh,
that
yeah,
was
that's
a big
one
group
with
picture
a
there.
million kids. Yep.
There it is.
We've also awarded the to Casey's Pizza and Subs.
Yes. Casey Pizza and Sub, there they go.
Yeah. The Children's Room at the main branch of the St. Clair County Library.
Okay.
Neiman's Family Market.
And there's a group that does everything for everybody, Neiman's Family.
The YMCA of Blue Water area also won an award. Yep, we have a picture of that. Yep, there. And then Roasted with Perks, I think, was probably that
down
last
Marine
one.
City.
Yeah.
Good, good. Well, that's a good geographic spread of all the groups. How do people get involved? We said just go to the website?
It is. It's as easy as going to our website, greatstartstclair.org. They can fill out a form. We have highlighted businesses from Port Huron, from down in Marine City, from St. Clair, but it's all about who makes the nomination. If you've been to somewhere awesome and you think that it could be recognized as a family-friendly, awesome place for families to go to that website, go to fill out a form. At the end of the period, our Parent Coalition votes from all the nominations that we get, and that's how we award the next winner.
Are you looking for volunteers to be in the Parent Coalition?
Always, yes, yes. We love new families to join us.
Any dues or
No,
obligations?
there's no dues.
You don't have to go to
No.
meetings on Tuesday night at midnight? Or?
We meet the second Thursday of every month at 6 to 7:30, and we're meeting at RISA, which is 499 Range Road in Marysville. And there's actually free dinner and childcare.
Oh, free dinner and childcare.
Yeah.
That's a double win.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Wow, double incentive.
Yeah, so we do the work there, and the kids go play in another room with our wonderful caregivers, and we work together.
Actually get some work done. Yeah. But we're really looking for nominations because we want to make sure that parents in St. Clair County know that there are businesses that will go that extra mile to make them feel comfortable, to make them feel welcome.
So and I hear, more and more people are single parents. And it's difficult to have a job and try and be a parent too. So maybe this is part of the help.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, parents are able, even just our meetings, we have work that we accomplish, we have goals that we set as a group, we work on different projects, like I brought one of our projects with us today, but also we're sitting, we're chit-chatting, we're eating dinner together, we're watching the kiddos play. So we build a rapport. We balance off each other and talk about parenting, and it's not always easy. Parenting isn't an easy thing to do.
It's a lonely business.
It is.
You need support.
Yes.
I was new to the area when I found the group, and that's where I made my first parent friends, who are still my parent friends who I go to when I have questions or I need help. Yeah. Yep, they're still my #1 people. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice, Veronica. Very nice to
It was
have
nice to have
met
met
you.
you.
Nice to see
nice
you
to
again,
see you.
dear.
Thanks for having us.
Always a pleasure to see you. We'll be back with our next guest in just a second. Recently had the opportunity to interview Hale Walker from the St. Clair Rotary Club in regard to a project that they've got going involved with the Imagination Station here in St. Clair. Imagination Station was built in 1994 by the community, and we have a video of that and an interview with Hale. They're going to try and rebuild the 1994 Imagination Station this coming summer. So let's take a look at that, and then we'll be right back. We've been taking a look at one of the local organizations that's very active in St. Clair, the Rotary Club of St. Clair. Joining us now is one of the past presidents, Mr. Hale Walker. And Hale, you've got a project that's coming up, it's starting, which is called the Imagination Station Rebuild, right?
We certainly do.
What's it all about?
Well, Paul, it's really very exciting because, I have a unique opportunity working in Port Huron.
Yep.
And not necessarily spending all my time in St. Clair. In talking to business owners or government leaders, philanthropy leaders, when they talk about the city of St. Clair, and when I say the city of St. Clair and the surrounding townships, there's really sort of a special reverence and respect for the city of St. Clair. And when you think about it, and sometimes your viewers overlook it because we live right here.
Correct.
But with the assets that we have, with our beautiful waterway, and everybody knows what's happening right now with the St. Clair Inn, and there's so many good things that we have a responsibility to take care of those assets.
Correct.
And one of them is the Imagination Station.
Wow.
I've talked to other Rotary clubs, not only in our area of St. Clair County, but outside the county. And very few have had the projects that have joined together the entire community the way in 1994 that project did. So to not take care of it would be a shame. And so with the City Rec Department and Therese Hawkins, her leadership, they've really identified what needs to happen to upgrade it. And there's a few different issues. One happens to be that simply the rules and regulations for playgrounds over time has changed, and we need to take that into consideration.
The color of your hair.
Thank you very much. Well, you're going to have that opportunity because at some point we're going to show the film of what you put together in 1994.
That's right.
And let me tell you, my friend, there's been some changes on you also. So Paul, it becomes safety issues. And then I really regret not bringing an email that this week Therese got from an individual who's a husband and wife team who have been taking it upon themselves to make little repairs.
Oh my God.
When there's areas, maybe people are getting splinters, maybe bolts are coming loose, that type of thing. It was really awesome to see that. So that's really, with the leadership of Dan Lockwood, St. Clair Rotary President, and the team, we talked to the Rotary Club to be able to take them back in time, remember what we did in 1994, and to be able to step up and take a lead role. We're certainly going to need a lot of help to be able to bring the Imagination Station where we'd like it. But
You brought it's a good segue to show the movie. You mentioned the movie that was made in 1994 by a Rotary member, by Mr. Paul Leidy, and we are going to show that to you right now, and then we'll come back and talk more about how the public can help.
That'll be great fun.
Let's take a look at that right now.
In the fall of 1993, the St. Clair Rotary Club approached several community groups about a very special project for the city of St. Clair. The project involved the construction of a playground for our area's children. The children would put their ideas into the design of the playground, and volunteers of all ages would help build it. This is the story of how this dream became a reality.
Tom Acton. Our cop.
I guess my duty tonight is to introduce our general foreman, and when I heard who had volunteered, I think I was even more delighted, and we should be more delighted. Joe Rogers. Thank you.
To get it resolved. There's no resolving right now, so we're going to move on. We're going to move on to the Children's Committee, and Karen Alley's going to come up here and talk a little bit about that.
May not be a Children's Committee if we don't invite.
Let's all think positive. Children's Committee, if what you want is an update, we've had nothing but a positive response from the people that I've had help on the committees and from the kids that were involved. We've put together between 75 and 80 children that are going to meet with the associate that comes to design. They will be at Eddie's school. They will meet for about an hour with him. They will be there to design them the mural.
By the name of Dennis Will. He came to us from New York, and he is very involved in the designing of the Imagination Station that's going to be built in Gray Park. And he needs your help, and he's going to share information with you this morning, so I'm going to turn it right over to Dennis and let him carry on, because I don't know exactly what he's going to do. I know you're also. Dennis?
Thank you a lot. I'm a designer. How many people would like a periscope on the playground? So you can sort of peek around and see what else is going on. Okay, great idea. Okay, slides about this time. Now, the slides are, okay. We better have more than one swing.
What would you say?
I would say we could put a curly slide in it.
I think that's a great idea. And what I need to do is collect ideas from all the kids. Let's hear some of those ideas.
Justin? A playhouse.
A playhouse, great idea.
A pirate ship.
Pirate ship, great idea too.
An octopus.
An octopus. What would the octopus? Maybe an octopus next to the pirate ship, sort of climbing up the side of the.
Maybe all the tentacles could be slides.
Octopus, like what we can have fun on.
Okay.
A shark.
A shark. Okay. Who would you go?
I would pick one of those things that you could jump up. There's like they're little triangles and you jump on them and then they go back and forth.
A zip wire?
Yeah.
How many of you would like a zip wire?
What's a zip wire?
It's like a trolley and there's a beam up above and there's a track and you slide from one end to the other by holding onto this little triangle.
Have a lag tight. Those are the kind of things that can be forgotten about. The other issue with Friends of the Playground is the source of labor. Now, I understand that you have a large DVW, all right?
All 8 of them.
Right. Well, 8 people is not enough to get the new ground cover into the playground. You need a source of labor. It's also, they have other jobs. You know, if there's something else going on, the ground cover is delivered, you got to get it in there. They've got some other emergency to deal with. What do? You have a Friends of the Playground committee. Now they can function All you need is a committee. They don't have to do the labor. They can recruit the Lions Club, the Rotary Club, the Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts, high school service organizations. There's a lot of different ways that can be structured. You just want to have one in place. You want to have some independent group that's not tied to anything else, to any other city function perhaps, that can assume some responsibility for maybe not inspection, but maintenance, and provide labor. Sealing the playground is one important area. You can seal the playground with
What are they going to come off of the transformer right there? So we're going to have to trench to
I'd
here.
put the pole and the meter right next to the transformer.
Okay.
Let Russell then bring the temporary down here.
Uh-huh. It's just a matter of you want it fairly close to the site, but you want it close enough to here that you're not using up all your electrical. Let's say that we're going to put it right in here. Extension cords together.
Of volunteers took time off work and school to help build a 10,000 square foot playscape in St. Clair. Many hands made for light work as the project was completed in just 5 days. The Imagination Station has swings, slides, and climbing towers and was designed in part by St. Clair area kids. Headline News local edition reporter Paul Miller has more.
In the movie Field of Dreams, the catchphrase was, if you build it, they will come. Well, in St. Clair over the weekend, it was, if they come, they will build it. And they did. An entire elaborate playground built entirely by volunteers in the span of just a few days.
It's interesting. We've got the kids, we've got retirees, we've got people who have taken vacation days off from their normal jobs, and the turnout's been great. You'll see somebody that you'll know from your own place of employment. They come at lunchtime, changed into their work clothes, so it's going neat. You find things you never knew you could do before.
We're either all crazy or we're all dedicated to our kids and grandkids, and I've got a 4-year-old grandkid, and this is a marvelous concept for her to be able to enjoy. And that's, I think, why, and it's also bringing the whole community from both the township, and we've got people from Richmond, Romeo, relatives and friends, and it really is a lot of fun. And it's a lot of fun to work with different people.
Because we're all crazy about children, and we all want to be out here and get this playground built for our kids because we love them. And for the place, everybody says there should be a place for children to go. Well, now there will be. Right from the beginning, people were very enthusiastic, saying, what can I do? I mean, people were calling us and saying, what could I do? What kind of food can I make? What kind of, when can I be there? It's just wonderful. A big, big help has been the high school students. They have been here promptly 8 o'clock every morning, and they are doing the back-breaking work. They are carrying the cement and the gravel and the fiber. They are moving it.
I would say that 70% of the people have no major experience in doing it, at least. Well, they seem to enjoy the camaraderie of working together in a community.
Oh my goodness, some of the ladies are like, I can go home and use my husband's router. So they're all excited. They can come in the second, third day and say, well, now I'm skilled. You can put skilled on my tag. I think people that have never used a router are in there using a router, and people that have never used a circular saw are doing that, and it's great.
The elaborate playground at Gregg Park, an entire volunteer effort which started with the Rotary Club in St. Clair but quickly spread to other parts of the community. Funds were raised and the playground built entirely by volunteers. At Gregg Park in St. Clair, I'm Paul Miller, Headline News, Local Edition.
Where are you from?
Did we have fun?
Yeah!
Are we coming back?
Yeah!
What?
I think we've got one classroom that can move back, and so this is the second.
really tight enough down here.
What a phenomenal movie. I love the music. Didn't you like the music?
Oh, it was terrific.
But it really told the story of how the community got together.
You know, one of the things that I didn't expect when we presented this at Rotary was the emotion. What I expected was concerns about spending the money, how we're going to raise the money, how are we going to get people to physically get involved. But I will tell you, Paul, and I say that because I know you were there, it almost brought people to tears when they saw the film and you saw someone like Karen Alley, who was a young, new teacher who was very involved, getting her students' input on what we needed and getting people physically involved. Karen today is now, her son that was in it is now my son-in-law. He has 4 children, and their children are playing on that playground. Then you heard Rob Gunn talk, and Rob, who led it, talked about stories of getting his father involved, who wouldn't leave.
Right.
So I think we have another opportunity just to be a lot of fun, getting people together, and with that common goal of taking care of our assets, I think is tremendous.
So the Rotary Club of St. Clair is kicking off this project this spring, and it'll be wanting to have participation from the public. How are they going to reach you? How are they going to contact you?
Well, you can contact either myself. You can get a hold of me anytime on my cell phone, which is 810-434-7598. You can contact St. Clair Rotary, or you can also get a hold of Paul Dingeman.
Okay, he's on listed number, but yeah, we will put that up, and we'll continue to have you come back throughout the summer. And when is the build or the rebuild hope to be completed?
So it's a big project. So
Right.
really what the plan is to take ourselves back to exactly the type of organization that was done at the beginning. We want to go back into the schools and get input. If we have to replace certain standalone segments of the playground, what is it today that somebody's going to be interested in? So we need feedback from parents, we need feedback from grandparents, children. You know, and the other thing I would say, Paul, is there are viewers that are watching this right now who think that this doesn't pertain to them because maybe they don't have the wherewithal to give financially. And I would argue that we need everybody to get involved, no matter what the situation is, because you can spend a little time. You can help people, give them water, feed them, or drive a nail.
Okay. Hale Walker, we'll have you back and talk more about the refurbishment of, I can't say
rebuild,
it.
that's okay.
Thank you. Rebuild's a heck of a lot easier for me to say at my age, with my hair falling out too. That's the brief look with Hale Walker at what's going on at the Imagination Station. We'll give you more updates throughout the summer. Well, that's Hale Walker did a nice job, and that movie from Paul Leidy was certainly enlightening. And we encourage you to get involved with the St. Clair Rotary Club and their rebuild project of the Imagination Station out on Kearney Drive. Till next time, I'm Paul Dingeman. Thanks very much for tuning in. See you soon.
Thanks for watching Focus with Paul Dingeman. Focus is produced at the CTV Community Television Studios in St. Clair. For over 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter to our community.